Good.
How's your bye week?
It was too fast.
In watching your teammates yesterday and today, in what ways did that bye revitalize everybody?
We've just been up here since August, and just a fresh start, a new scenery for a lot of people, including the rookies and myself. And just a quick reset to, have a little fun, take a little time off away from football so we can come back here, refocused and ready to finish off these 7 games.
When you look at the end of the season, is there extra motivation of where you guys could go, seeing what you did in the first half?
There's no extra motivation, in my opinion. We just got to continue to, do what we've been doing, and capture the idea and the focus and the goal of what we want the end of the season to look like, and that's finishing off, winning 7 games, but we got to do it one game at a time.
We just had Tre Brown up here. He's back with you guys. From last year going against him in practice and everything else, what do you remember about his game?
He was just always in the way, and he always stayed in the range of my breaking point for a receiver. So he was just a smart rookie last year, and just happy that he's back and ready to practice, and I know he's excited to go out there and compete during practice.
We didn't have a chance to ask you about it. What did you think of the penalty you got and the fine you got for that?
Which one?
The Tampa Bay, the unsportsmanlike.
I mean, it's the NFL, so I'm not tripping.
What could you possibly have said to earn $3,000?
You got to ask the $30,000 ref that got it said to him. I don't think it was that big of a deal in my opinion, but
After you came off from that penalty, the cameras caught Pete Carroll coming over and kind of saying, hey, and it looked like he just basically said, don't sweat it. How did you appreciate how he handled that?
I know he's got my back, and he's always he always has my best interest at heart, and he's looking to win. So just for him to come over there and talk to me, so I can calm down, and he could get the full story, on my end, and from the official, just shows the trust and the relationship that we have.
Yeah. Close out the season with 5 of 7 at home starting this week. Just what does that mean to get to play a bunch of home games down the stretch?
Yeah, I'm tired of traveling, tired of being on planes, leaving on Friday or Saturday, but we're just happy to be back in front of the 12s, for 5 more games. I know they're excited to have us back. We're going to finish off strong for them.
When you look at Devontae Adams, what's the most impressive part of his game?
His route running and how he releases off the ball. It's like you don't know which direction he's going within the first 2 steps of his route. So just how savvy and how much of a vet he is, in route running.
How much have you studied him in the past?
I watch a lot of receivers. He's one that I have, watched, and I just admire his game and how, like I said, his route running is so crisp, and, he's always open.
We hear about the quote-unquote rookie wall where, rookies, they're only used to playing 10, 11, 12, 13 games, and then they get later in the NFL season and it kind of takes a physical toll. Do you think that's a real thing?
It's only a real thing if you allow it to be. I think mental toughness and your mental, goes a long way in this league, and, with how you deal with everything. So, if you don't allow yourself to get to that point to where you'll hit a rookie wall, or, you get tired of football, or you got to just trick your mind sometimes, like, I get to do this, not that I have to do it, sometimes. So, we get to play a game that, we grew up playing for so long. And, it's just a blessing just to wake up and just to do it in front of a lot of fans. So, no, I don't think, a rookie wall is going to be an effect for these guys.
Okay, when you're watching receivers, what are you looking for and how far do you go back? Just in terms of what the receivers that are playing.
I just look for how they compete in routes, and I watched a lot of Calvin Johnson, Julio, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss are guys that I watched constantly, and what separated them, and how they caught the ball, how they ran routes, and what it just boiled down to is their attitude, on game day, and when their number was called, they always made the play.
Tyler Lockett moved into 2nd place in team history for receiving touchdowns. You played with him for a few years now. What's impressed you most about his game?
How small he is, but how big he plays. He throws his body around all the time, whether he's blocking or if I know a lot of people get on him about how he catches the ball and falls down, but they don't see the times where he lowers his shoulder and gets those 1, 2, 3 extra yards, and just the competitive person he is, and how much of an influence he's had on my game since I've been here.
He's never been a Pro Bowler as a receiver. Is that something that needs to be rectified?
Oh, for sure. He's one of the most underrated receiver in the league. He does not get enough credit for what he does, on and off the field. So he deserves to be in a Pro Bowl.
Just what do you like about what you guys have been able to do on offense in general at this point in the season? What do you like about where you guys are at?
I like that we dictate our own terms whenever we step out on the field, because, anytime, we get a 3 and out, it's always our fault. And it's never anything the defense does. So I like how we just dictate our own terms on offense, and, we can call our plays, and, Gino's going to find the open person.